Eeyore, Rabbit, Tigger and Pooh are working on a plan to get honey from a beehive. This involves getting the bees to move into a new hive by convincing them that Eeyore is a bee. Piglet comes up to them during the attempt, but is effectively told that he is too small to help. The plan goes awry when the bees do not fall for it, but Piglet manages to divert the bees into the new hive using a funnel and then seals the hive shut, trapping the bees. Unfortunately, no one has seen Piglet's heroism, having all been hiding from the bees, and they take all the credit for themselves. Piglet, feeling neglected, wanders sadly away. After the bees break free, Pooh, Rabbit, Tigger, and Eeyore escape to Piglet's house. They eventually notice that Piglet is missing, assume that he has been scared off by or kidnapped by the bees, and decide to try and find him. They are joined by Roo, and together the 5 friends search for Piglet. They are aided in this search by Piglet's scrapbook, in which he has drawn pictures of the adventures that he has shared with his friends. The characters use the pictures to tell the stories depicted therein, leading to several flashbacks. One of the stories told is when Kangaroo and Roo first moved to the 100-acre wood. Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Rabbit are afraid of the newcomers, and Rabbit concocts a plan to use Piglet as a decoy so they could ransom Roo to force Kangaroo to leave. To teach Rabbit a lesson, Kangaroo pretends to believe that Piglet is Roo and gives him a dose of fish oil in a bath. She gives him a cookie afterwards, and Piglet realizes that she is actually very nice. Roo and Rabbit have become friends, and everyone agrees that Kangaroo and Roo should stay. Another story told is the expedition to find the North Pole, where Piglet uses a long stick to save Roo, who has fallen in the river. His heroism is overlooked when he gives the stick to Pooh and tries to catch Roo, who has been catapulted into the air during the rescue attempt. Christopher Robin arrives as Roo is caught by his mother and then credits Pooh with finding the North Pole, the stick he is holding in his paws. Back in the present, the friends regret not sharing the praise with Piglet. A third story told is the building of the house at Pooh Corner. Here, Piglet comes up with the idea to build Eeyore a house in an area that they now met Pooh Corner, and he and Pooh are joined by Tigger to build it. Tigger and Pooh do most of the work, whilst Piglet struggles to keep up. After finishing the house, Tigger and Pooh go off to tell Eeyore. Unfortunately, the house is being held together by Piglet, who eventually loses his grip and the house collapses. Tigger and Pooh go to inform Eeyore of the bad news, leaving Piglet behind. Then, they learn that Eeyore has already built himself a house out of sticks, though it has gone missing. Pooh and Tigger realize that they are using Eeyore's old house to build Eeyore's new house. As they struggle to explain, Piglet arrives and leads them back to Eeyore's newly completed house. Once again, Piglet's contributions are overlooked as the wind gets the credit for moving Eeyore's house, but the location remains as Pooh Corner. Since Pooh would call it Pooh and Piglet Corner if Pooh Corner didn't sound better, which it does, being smaller and more like a corner. Back in the present, an argument between Rabbit and Tigger ends with the scrapbook falling into a river. Without their guide, the friends return to Piglet's house and, after a time, start to draw pictures of Piglet and his adventures. Some of which are new, which includes Piglet saving his friends from a swarm of bees, rescuing Roo from a sea monster, and confronting a living snowman. Then, the friends again resolve to find Piglet and go back out to find him. They come across several pages from the scrapbook, which have floated downstream, and then find the book's bindings, suspended on a broken hollow old log, overhanging a raging waterfall. Pooh goes to retrieve it, but falls into a hole in the log. The others try to reach him, but the rescue attempt is just too short. Just as they ask who can help, Piglet arrives and helps haul Pooh to safety just as the log begins to break in half. Eeyore, Rabbit, Roo and Tigger manage to escape, but the top half of the log falls far into the waters below. The survivors begin to cry and are joined by sad-looking Pooh and Piglet, who had managed to escape into the bottom half of the log just before the top half fell. Unfortunately, the scrapbook has been destroyed by the fall. Despite this loss, the friends take Piglet to show him their new drawings, including a large one showing Piglet dressed as a knight in shining armor. The next day, they hold a party, but Pooh interrupts, taking Piglet to Eeyore's house, where he has changed the sign to read Pooh in Piglet Corner. The others follow shortly after. Pooh claims that the least they could do for a very small piglet, who has done such very big things. The camera pulls back to show a large shadow of Piglet cast behind them.